today we have another video talking about Aaron from Bat in the Sun and a few more things that have popped up, talking about some of his practices from how the superpowered beatdowns have been over a while. And I wanted to go over this because there were a few points in Henry Resilient's video, so go check him out, link in the description, top pinned comment, where he interviewed someone who has worked with Aaron, that has seen how he has been, etc, etc. Now, when you see this video, you'll know that the person's voice has been changed, as well as a stock video being placed on top, and this is to keep the person anonymous because they wanted to come out and talk about it. But I've kind of timestamped a few places that I kind of really want to talk about, because I believe that this needs to be talked about, because finally someone has come out against Aaron and there's been more stuff and he is not addressing any of this, which I find is very, very weird, because I can see the mentality that he has right now, which I will talk about at the end of the video when I've kind of given my thoughts on all of this. So let's go jump over and have a look. So to begin with, this person has worked with him since 2013. So you're kind of close to 10 years, but at least they have worked with him. So it'll be interesting to see if Aaron comes out and is like, oh no, I've never worked with someone for that long. Be very interesting to know who the person is, but we'll play. Just a lot of the regular beatdowns. Several actors that Aaron's used over the years I also don't want to drop those names, but a few of them are very upset about money and things. My whole thing was, and that's why I'm like, it's small fries, but it's still relevant, because it was literally from top to bottom. Even me never got paid over the years. And the thing is, I never asked. But then when stuff started really getting serious, and I didn't know how much, but I knew money was involved. One of the things when you come to any sort of project, then offering to be paid, you know, hey, thank you very much for acting, being on this, being a crew member, whoever you want, I am going to pay you. This has obviously been a big thing throughout time, mainly because you want to pay someone for their time. They have a certain skill, you know, they have acting, whatever, you want them to be in your project, pay them. Now, I can understand if there is a few things like you're asking favors, but then obviously you repay that favor later on. And I'm not surprised that Aaron wouldn't be paying people at all, because he thinks that, hey, you come and work for me, I make money, but I want to take what you have. And this generally fucking pisses me off, because if you are earning a wage from this, or if you're getting money from a sponsor, or generally from AdSense from YouTube, then obviously give them some of that money. They may help you make that video. They helped you put all of this together, and yet you just don't pay them. That's fucking horrible. They helped you, fine. If they say, oh no, don't pay me, I'm just doing this because I love it, fine. But at least offer. Say, hey, can I give you $250? Can I give you $500? It's just really snaky that Aaron hasn't paid these people, or this gentleman anyway. Right? Like, there had to have been. That's when I said, you know, hey, Aaron, I've been doing this a long while. Like, maybe could we talk about... Now, going a little bit off script, that you can see right here, when you're getting 34 million views, 28 million views, 25 million views, etc., like, people are going to look at this really quickly and go, yeah, you're earning. Like, something like this, I know over time, like, the money like drops down, but when these videos launch and you get a ton of money, then literally you could split that revenue. You pay off what you owe, so like obviously camera renting equipment, you take on all that sort of like money wise and go, great, that's absolutely fine, that's what I'm going to do. And then you start paying the people, because if, say, that person, let's say it was, I don't know, the person that dresses up as Deadpool, or the person that is playing Wolverine, if they are bringing in money, and then you say, hey, can you come back and do this? We're going to do another shoot with you. And they go, nah, just don't want to because you didn't pay me. You're going to look really foolish. And that will go around to everyone. Hey, if Bat in the Sun, like Aaron, comes up to you and says, hey, do you want to be in a beatdown? Just say no. He doesn't pay you. He doesn't pay you whatsoever. And I feel like that is a huge thing right there. Just pay the people. That's all you have to do. And then they'll come back going, oh man, I got a large amount from Aaron. I'm more happy to do this again next time, because they're giving up their time. They're giving up their time, which is precious,
Also, you can make these beatdowns and be like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then brag like you're doing right now on Facebook. You're bragging on like everything you can.
Something, because I'm coming out here sometimes for anywhere from like 3 to 5 hours at a time. And I wasn't looking for much. Like I'm not one of those guys. Like I always just wanted Aaron to be fair. That's all I ever wanted. Meaning I was telling Aaron, I'm like, dude, we got to up the quality. Like, production quality and value is huge for the fans. And so Sean, the dad, was actually walking me out to my car. He helped me and he goes, hey, Aaron, take care of you. And I'm like, what does that mean? What do you mean take care of me? And he goes, you got paid, right? And I was like, no, sir, I've never been paid, not once. And I told his dad to his face. And he just kind of had this shocked look. And I don't know their relationship. I don't know how much Aaron keeps him in the dark or not. I don't know if he's in on it. You know what I mean? Like, these are all, I didn't know. But if he was in on it, he gave me a genuine shock look. And if he wasn't, then if he wasn't in on it, that was genuine. And if he was, then he's a great actor. But, and he goes, oh, I'm going to have to, he goes, I need to talk to Aaron about that. And I was like, well, I was like, I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers.
This is really shitty because what I'm guessing has happened all the way through this is that when Aaron's dad turns around and goes, hey, did you pay those people today? Aaron's gone, yeah, I have. And then his dad's gone, great, that was a really good shoot. Finding out that you've not been paid and you've not been paid for a while as well, it shows that Aaron's probably been lying to his dad about this all the way through. And that is absolutely like disgusting. Can you imagine, like, for years knowing that your son's been going, yeah, I paid them, and then you just haven't? It's one of the worst things. And I can imagine what his dad just felt like, oh my God, my son's been fucking these guys over and screwing them out of money so that he can make more money on YouTube or whatever. It's just a really shady thing. Now, this is Social Blade. If you don't know about Social Blade, it's not 100% accurate whatsoever when it comes to money and how it generates, because obviously YouTube has completely changed its algorithm. But you can see, like, when these channels were created, like how many subscribers, how many views, and how many videos they've got uploaded. But normally you can estimate how much money that they are making. Now, I don't know if Aaron is making $160 to 2.6K. It's probably a lot less on that one. That's not me just saying, oh, well, his channel is shit or whatnot. It's not. I just know that these aren't completely accurate, etc., etc. Now, I would absolutely love to go back and check what sort of year he was getting and all that jazz. But obviously, it's not going to. So yeah, we kind of have to roughly take this on board for now. If you're earning up to almost 2.6K, then that money should be paying all the people that are working on that are working for you and that are putting their time and effort in. Just hearing about how Aaron hasn't paid makes me kind of think, who else hasn't he paid? I guarantee it's probably a lot of people, or he's still going like, as soon as the money comes in, I can pay you. And that person's gone, yeah, it's been like 4 years, 5 years. I don't see it. Don't worry, the money's coming soon. Don't worry, guys. It's coming. You'll get your money. Yeah, again, if Aaron didn't get paid, I guarantee you'd be making a huge fuss on this.
We have zero paperwork. I never signed a damn thing with him, ever. It was all friendly in the beginning. And I said, Aaron, it's more the principle of like the fact that you've never paid me once. You've never even offered. Oh yeah, my dad said something about $250. And I'm like, okay. Like at that point I was like, I'm dealing with someone that literally just doesn't even want to play fair. It's not like I asked for the sun and the moon. Kind of went around the block a few times. Never went anywhere, never got back to me, always ghosted me. Oh, yeah, I'm going to keep looking into it. And then it got worse because then that was before JDF really got involved. And then that really kind of upped the street cred a little bit. You know what I mean? Like JDF obviously took that up a notch with his things. And what's crazy is even JD, like I'm not Aaron, dude. I don't give a f. Like I had a small rapport with Jason and he was always cool to me. I didn't even ask for anything. He just offered it. He offered me money. I was like, well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. And that's when he goes, I don't even know how it came out, but he goes, but he goes, Aaron, kind of like Aaron's taking care of you, right? And I was like, I don't have like a real big grudge about this, but I was like, no, Aaron's actually never paid me once. And he goes, wait, are you shitting me? And I was like, no, sir, I'm not. And I'm not shitting you. And so he gave me extra on set and I hid some of this from Aaron because I'm like, if JDF's paying me this,
So I'm kind of like surprised the way that Aaron has. When you're doing these sorts of projects and stuff, you would need forms to fill in. I'm guessing either through insurance, or the fact is just so you've got everything like down to a T. So I'm very surprised how Aaron hasn't kind of sorted out the paperwork. Now, if there is money like being like given over, you would want to have some sort of paper trail so that you know that you would pay them X amount, so that if your accountant or whoever comes knocking on the door and says, hey, so we see that the money's gone, like where's it gone, you can say, oh well, this was given to said person here is the paper trail. And it's also, if you're making money, that you do this for your own business as well. And that's very, very worrying, that if he's not getting people to sign stuff for his business so that he can write certain things off as a tax thing. So this is Bat and the Son's website, and Aaron's got it on the page of that it is a production company. So if you're having people on board, you would have to get them to sign waivers, you'd have to have payment, you'd have to have all these forms going out to do stuff. Like, it's just a natural thing. So if you're not getting them to sign stuff, where is the money going then? Because you would want a paper trail, because you get audited by the IRS or whoever, then you're going to need to show all of these forms and go, there you go, everything's up to scratch. And they'll go, yeah, thanks for the tax. I'll see you later. See you next month or year, whatever it is. Going off script, if you're not having a paper trail, you've not got the correct documentation, you've not been paying anyone, and you've been like putting the money away for whatever, if the IRS or whoever come knocking on your door, your dad's going to get fucked over, Aaron. And I think that's fucking wrong. You should be doing things properly rather than just kind of like skate away and hide. Because yeah, this is just thing. You don't want to fuck over family, because they're the ones that are always going to be there for you. So yeah, it's weird how you didn't get any of them to sign any documentation. It's very kind of weird. That's very, very sneaky.
Give me extra on set. And I hid some of this from Aaron because I'm like, I'm not shitting you. And so he gave me extra on set. And I hid some of this from Aaron because I'm like, if JDF's paying me this.
I would imagine that if like Aaron found out, Aaron would be like, hey, so you're going to give me that money? Because I think you need to give me that money. It wouldn't surprise me knowing that Aaron would probably ask for that money. And if JDF's paying you, then you should pay me. Like, that's how I would just imagine this.
Aaron's ego is out of control. And for him to stiff that many people, and it's like, for what? All you had to do was be cool to everyone. Yes. And we would have really done something awesome. He just couldn't do it. He just couldn't be a decent fucking human. He was just a greedy bitch. Other than her fake boobs and whatever, I'm like, I don't think she's that attractive. There's no way she's pulling down that kind of OnlyFans money. There is no way. With all the money and pretend failed this, that, and the other. And like you said in your video, 25%, it's 5%. It's where's all.
What he means in this video is, again, this is completely off script, is he's talking about the fees for Kickstarter. Now, Aaron's come out and said, oh, it's 25% of the money gets taken, so they need to up it. But in the UK, it's like 5% of total funds raised, which is their fee, which again is not much, and then 3% and plus 30p per pledge. Now, again, it's pretty much exactly the same in America. So I don't know why Aaron is lying on that one quite a bit. I think he just wants to up it so people donate more and give more. But like, this is Kickstarter. What the fuck, Aaron? What the fuck?
Yeah. If we can make 250 grand, but he knows the movie's only going to cost 20, where do you think the rest went? So like even all that stuff you said, where it's like, or I don't know if you said, but again, I'm paraphrasing, where it's like, just take 100 and something, even, okay, so you worked for a year. But right now on Legend of the White Dragon, apparently there's also some sort of private financier, who I didn't remember the name.
Christian.
Possibly, yeah. That Aaron he's pissed about his acting, so he just keeps reshooting it. And I'm like, actually, you know what? He probably already has the shots he needs. He's probably just jacking that money.
Oh, yeah. So even Dinesh was like, what Aaron does is says, hey, I need more money for XYZ shoot. And in reality, he doesn't. And he
pockets it.
Aaron's on a whole different level, my man. So, but it's all real, 100% from my mouth. And I'm not here again. what little fees I would have is nothing compared to what you're talking about. That's why I'm like, man, my shit's probably small peanuts at this point.
I think what's really sketchy is the money that is being taken from these projects. I feel like as Aaron is asking for more money on certain scenes where he's like, oh, we need X amount from this one, and more money is being given to him, I feel like that is a really, really big thing, because you could ask for like, oh, we need $200,000, and the investor goes, here you go, here's the money. And then all of a sudden it's just like, okay, 100,000 that goes into his bank account, and then the actual money is there. He could allegedly lie on it and then just go, do you know what? Yeah, like, yeah, this is more money for us so we can make this. I find all of this really crazy, because if this is true and he is pocketing the money, and hearing the fact that you have Aaron living with his dad for such a while, and then suddenly having a really big house or a really nice house, it starts bringing up questions. It starts making people go, well, hang on a minute, where are you getting this money from? Like, if you're not working a job and you're spending every hour, every second of your day working on Legend of the White Dragon, because he said that in the past, where did all of that money go? Now, I generally thought his wife might be paying a lot of it, and some of it could be true, but I don't think to have a big house or whatever in California, OnlyFans would make that much. And while researching into it, she has two OnlyFans, a free and a standard, which is normal from what I've seen. And yeah, she could be making a bit of money from that by selling sets or whatnot. But if that's the only source of income from her, where's Aaron's source of income? It's just, you start kind of asking questions on it. Also, if you're getting pissed off at your acting in this, Aaron, then maybe for the next one, don't be in it. Don't set yourself as one of the main protagonists in this entire franchise. I generally think that Aaron needs to come out and address absolutely everything, and not kind of like sweep it under the rug thinking that it's going to disappear. They're asking a lot more questions, and when you go to Comic Cons, they're going to ask the same ones, where you can't hide from this. And you may think of this as silly internet drama, or just ignore it and it will go away, but it also kind of sets a massive precedence. If you do not address these must be true, or the fact is that you are hiding from it. But yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about this. There's a lot to it. Thank you for sticking about and watching till the end. Thank you very much. I am going to leave it there. What are your thoughts? Let me know down below in the comments and let's discuss. And while you're down there, why not hit the like button, hit subscribe, as I'm trying to reach 30,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So your help would absolutely mean everything to me. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. I want to say a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters, and I wanted to shout out Kimona Cat. Your help goes a long way to help support the channel, and if you want to help support the channel, the links to my Patreon and channel memberships are listed below in the description.
あらあら、チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。